but I'm not complaining because it's been a wonderful fall.
Mm-hmm.
And for many people, this may not include the two of you, but for many people, they eat less meat and dairy products.
Was that a dig?
No.
Okay.
No, never.
Okay.
Less meat and dairy products in the warmer times, because you want to have about 50 to 75% of your diet, probably like 75% is optimal in the spring and summer and fall in the warmer months to be fruits and vegetables.
I see. So there are some people that don't eat pizza and cheeseburger most of the time.
Right.
They eat other things during the warmer months. Mm-hmm.
And I know your listeners are very educated and aware people. I know a lot of them are aware of the local sustainable food movement and kind of count themselves in terms of being maybe like foodies or knowing a little bit about it and practicing some of those good things for their bodies. And so I just wanted to put it out there that maybe during the colder months to think about slightly increasing your animal food intake. And I still think that meat is best as a side dish, but there's lots of different nutrients that are sustaining for the body in the cold months. Like if you're in tune with your body, you kind of realize like, oh my gosh, I'm cold, I'm hungry. Like it's weird that we're more hungry in the winter, but our metabolism speeds up and our body is, trying to keep warm. So we need some warming foods, and then that will, if we eat a little bit more, quality proteins and maybe a little bit more full-fat dairy or butter, then our bodies will stay warm, and you won't crave the processed foods like the pastries.
Oh, is that right?
Like the simple carbs are what people typically go to in the wintertime. They're like, oh, my gosh, I just need a pastry.
Food. Yeah, right. And you're saying that those simple carbs kind of trick your body into that same kind of experience because of the simple sugars or something? Is that why we desire a big donut?
They feel warming. Well, a donut's, it's also deep fried, so there's fat in it. And so your body is telling you something. It's just that most people don't look in the right places.
Uh-huh.
They look at the Supermom's case at Super America instead of, what's a little bit of meat or, good fat that I can eat today that will help sustain my, or like, I don't know what the word, like relinquish my hunger.
Mm-hmm. So you're suggesting, which might sound a little counterintuitive to some people from the natural health coach, that in the colder months, increase your, what did you call them, your complex proteins or your sophisticated proteins? Quality proteins. What counts as a quality protein?
So quality proteins are like meat and eggs and chicken or whatever that have been out in the farm, maybe like grass fed or free ranging. Or if you can't afford that or don't shop that way, then just like regular meat. Try to not get hormones in it, and just have it in smaller amounts, but include it in each of your meals throughout the day. And then you can also include butter. And I've talked about butter a few times, but it's never too much to talk about butter. So good quality butter that's maybe brighter yellow, not the cheap stuff, but like good butter. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know where people shop, but where I shop at Whole Foods or the Co-op or whatever, there's a variety of prices, and butter's pretty expensive right now. It's kind of a bummer. I think people are on the butter, they know about butter now, and so butter's gone up. But having a half of a tablespoon or a half of a pat of butter is a good thing to have in your oatmeal. Add it to grains, and it makes your grains easier to digest. If you eat oatmeal in the morning and you put a little butter in it, then it's going to keep you full even longer than oatmeal typically does.
See, it's so interesting because most people, when I say, my wife is a natural health coach, which if listeners don't know, you are my wife too, and then they will say, oh, are you vegetarians? All the time. Almost every person thinks that if your wife's a natural health coach, then that means that you're vegetarians, and you are not a vegetarian. You are advocating a healthy, full, balanced kind of diet.
Yes, I'm an omnivore.
An omnivore.
And an omnivore...
You eat omnis?
I eat everything.
You eat everything.
There's other ways, too, like to get quality protein. So, just an egg is really the best protein to get. And so some people who are vegetarians eat eggs. I'm not a big meat eater, but I do include meat in my diet, and I think that it's something that I have to be mindful of during these cold months, that I'm not going to feel satisfied if I just like drink a juice or make a smoothie if it doesn't have something in it that's going to keep me warmer, kind of fill me up.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's natural health coach Shelley Padgett. She comes with a natural health tip of, well, now it's been a tip of the last couple of months, but back on the regular schedule, a tip from the natural health coach. And this week's tip is...
slightly increase your quality proteins or quality animal foods during these winter cold months.
Excellent. Natural health coach Shelley Padgett can be found over at ShelleyPadgett.com. Thank you, natural health coach Shelley Padgett.
You're welcome. Have a good morning.
Thanks a lot. And a shout out to Chico this morning. Hey, folks, stick around with us because Rabbi Joseph Edelheit, who we're now referring to as the Rebel Rabbi, you picked up a nickname today.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Rebel Rabbi.
Okay.
We don't know why, but do something rebellious while we're in the break. We have the Rebel Rabbi in the studio with us, and then stick around because we're also going to have the Cripes and the Come On and the You Got to Be Kidding Me, and then we're going to be joined in the second hour at 1:00 by Jana Reese, who by her own estimation is a sainthood flunky. She's written a book called Flunking Sainthood, a year of breaking the Sabbath, forgetting to pray, and still loving my neighbor. So it's going to be a fun conversation with her. And folks, if you're around South Minneapolis or can get around South Minneapolis today, head over to 46th Street and Blaisdell Avenue. That's just west of 35. There's an artisan craft fair going on over there. Top-notch crafts from all around the world. Baked goods, music, massage, all kinds of things going on. And proceeds going to support Freedom Firm, an effort to help rescue women out of the sex slave industry around the world. So good things all the way around. Top-notch quality crafts and baked goods and doing some good things for people who need it. Doug Padgett Radio, religious radio that's not quite right. Your little afternoon delight here on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, and over at DougPadgettRadio.com. Rebel Rabbi after the break.